Today I'm going to be reading some poems by Mr. Richard Silken, who is a contemporary American poet and artist and filmmaker as well from New York City. The collection I will be reading from today is called Crush, and for that he received a literature fellowship in poetry from the National Endowment for the Arts, and for that he also won the Lombardo Literary Award for Gay Men's Poetry in 2005. He identifies as a gay man, and that is relevant to his work. I will start by reading Shiahs Side, which I had to look up how to pronounce for obvious reasons. Tell me about the dream where we pulled the bodies out of the lake and dressed them in warm clothes again. How it was late and no one could sleep, horses running until they forget that they are horses. It's not like a tree where the roots have to end somewhere. It's more like a song on the policeman's radio. How we rolled up the carpet so we could dance, and the days were bright red, and every time we kissed there was another apple to slice into pieces. Look at the light through the window pane. That means it's noon. That means we're inconsolable. Tell me how all this, and love too, will ruin us. These, her bodies, possessed by light, tell me we'll never get used to it. Now, this is one of my favorites, which is Dirty Valentine. There are so many things I'm not allowed to tell you. I touch myself. I dream. Wearing your clothes or standing in the shower for over an hour, pretending that this skin is your skin, these hands your hands, these shins, these soapy flanks. The musicians start the overture while I hide behind the microphone, trying to match the dubbing, to the big clips shining down from the screen. We're filming the movie called Planet of Love. There's sex, of course, and ballroom dancing, fancy clothes and water lilies in the pond, and half the night you're a dependable chap, mounting the stairs in lamplight to the bath, but then the two white teeth all night, all over the American sky, too much to bear, this constant fingering your hands, a river gesture, the birds in flight, the birds still singing outside the crazy window in the trees. There's a part in the movie where you can see right through the acting, where you can tell that I'm about to burst into tears right before I burst into tears, and flee to the slimy moonlit riverbed, canopied with devastated clouds. We're shooting the scene where I swallow your heart and you make me spit it up again. I swallow your heart and it crawls right out of my mouth. You swallow my heart and flee, but I want it back now. Baby, I want it back. Lying on the sofa with my eyes closed. I didn't want to see it this way. Everything eating everything in the end. We know how the light works. We know where the sound is coming from. Verse, chorus, verse. I'm sorry. We know how it works. The world is no longer mysterious. This is Seaside Improvisation. I take off my hands and I give them to you, but you don't want them. So I take them back and put them on the wrong way, the wrong wrist. The yard is dark. The tomatoes are next to the whitewashed wall. The book on the table is about Spain. The windows are painted shut. Tonight you're thinking of cities under crowns of snow, and I stare at you like I'm looking through a window, counting birds. You wanted happiness. I can't blame you for that. And maybe a mouth sounds idiotic when it blathers on about joy, but tell me you love this. Tell me you're not miserable. You do the math. You expect trouble. The seaside town, the electric fence. Draw a circle with a piece of chalk. Imagine standing in a constant cone of light. Imagine surrender. Imagine being useless. The stone on the path means the tea's not ready. The stone in the hand means somebody's angry. The stone inside you still hasn't hit bottom. The turn-up road. 1. There is no way to make this story interesting. A pause, a road, a taste of grave in the mouth. The rocks dig into my skin like arrowheads. And then the sense of being smothered underneath a sack of lentils, or potatoes, or of a boat at night slamming into the docks again, without navigation, without consideration, heedless of the plank of wood that are the dock, that make up the berth itself. 2. I want to tell you this story without having to confess anything, without having to say that I ran out into the street to prove something, that he didn't love me, that I wanted to be thrown over, possessed. I want to tell you this story without having to be in it. Max in the wrong clothes, Max at the party, shrunk again. Max in the kitchen, in the refrigerator to light his hands around the neck of a beer. Tell me we're dead, and I'll love you even more. I'm surprised that I say it with feeling. There's a thing in my stomach about this, a simple thing, the last rung. 3. Can you see them there by the side of the road, not moving, not wrestling, making a circle out of the space between the circles? Can you see them pressed into the gravel, pressed into the dirt, pressing against each other in an effort to make the minutes stop? Headlights shining in all directions, night spilling over them like gasoline in all directions, and the dark blue over everything, and them holding their breath. Planet of love. Imagine this. You're driving. The sky's bright, you look great. In a word, in a phrase, it's a movie. You're the star. So smile for the camera. It's your big scene. You know your lines. I'm the director. I'm the helicopter. I have a megaphone and you play along. Because you want to die for love. You always have. Imagine this. You're pulling over. Somebody's waiting. You're going to die. In your best friend's arms, and you play along because it's funny. Because it's written down. You've memorized it. It's all you know. I say the phrases that keep it all going, and everybody plays along. Imagine. Someone's pulling a gun, and you're jumping into the middle of it. You didn't think you'd feel this way. There's a gun in your hand. It feels hot. It feels oily. I'm the director, and I'm screaming at you. I'm waving my arms in the sky, and everyone's watching. Everyone's curious. Everyone is holding their breath. To finish off, this is meanwhile. Driving, dogs barking, how you get used to it, how you make the new street yours. Trees outside the window, and a big band sounds that makes you feel like everything's okay. A feeling that lasts for one song maybe. The parentheses all clicking shut behind you. The way we move through time and space, or only time. The way it's night for many miles and then suddenly, it's not. It's breakfast and you're standing in the shower for over an hour, holding the bar of soap up to the light. I will keep watch. I will water the yard, not the tie and go to work, and not the tie and go to sleep. I sleep, I dream, I make up things I would never say. The trees in the wind, the street lights on, the click and flash of cigarettes being smoked on the lawn, and just a little kiss before we say goodnight. It spins like a wheel inside you. Green, yellow, green, blue, green, beautiful green. It's simple. It isn't over. It's just begun. It's green. It's still green. If this is your first time watching a video of mine, I make literature-based content such as these soft-spoken poetry readings, and I do some whispered ones as well. I will link my favorite up there. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a marvelous day, and if it's sleepy time for you right now, sweet, sweet, sweet dreams.